Hey everyone, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Today is Saturday and I couldn't go sit outside to drink my coffee because it poured yesterday and overnight it rained. My God, did it pour yesterday. 2 times, 2 separate times. It just came down as hard as, literally, I am not exaggerating, as if you were standing in a shower. I could have gone outside and shampooed. It was coming down, straight down that hard. So I couldn't go sit outside. So I'm just sitting here. Oh, I've got a crick in my neck. My goodness. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. But that was a little pop. I need to make an appointment with a chiropractor. Last year, I talked a bit about wanting to semi-retire, maybe leave this job, that sort of thing. And I put it off because, well, there were just a couple of reasons, multiple reasons to put it off, but it's getting to time and it's going to happen this year. And so I've been doing a lot of planning and thinking about what do I want to do? How do I want to work this? What can I even do? And is it even possible? And so I want to go over a philosophy, a Japanese philosophy that I came across that has really been helping me figure out what I should do, how I should do it, and what my future is going to look like. So I wanted to share that with you today in hopes that if you're somebody who's going through a period of transition or trying to figure out how to make a change and what that might look like, maybe this can help you too. So I watch a lot of videos about Japan, Japanese culture, their philosophy, that sort of thing. And this philosophy is something that really, really resonated with me. And the philosophy is called Ikigai. Pretty sure I'm saying that right. I've watched enough videos on it. Ikigai is, and for those of you who are Japanese, watching from Japan, or are Japanese living in other parts of the world, I apologize. I'm probably going to butcher this and not capture the fullness of this philosophy. So the philosophy of Ikigai gets you to ask yourself and answer 4 different questions. And the answers to these questions, the intersection of the answers to these questions, is where your purpose lies. And the 4 questions are, okay, the first question that you need to ask yourself is, what do you love? What are the things that when you do, or when you're a part of, you feel the most energized, the most satisfied, the most fulfilled doing? There's a lot of things I love, but if I'm thinking about it in a professional sense, because for me, I'm asking these questions from a professional point of view, I love helping people. I love sitting in front of people and being able to put their minds at ease about their futures. I love making connections with people. I love getting to know them, getting to know what their concerns are, their fears, their hopes, their dreams. I always leave those interactions feeling energized and like I've done something valuable. Question number 2, What are you good at? Because there's a lot of things that I love that I'm not good enough to do professionally, right? But what am I good at? I'm really good at making those connections with people. I'm really good at being detailed and putting information into a format that is easy to understand and relatable for people. I'm really good at being organized. I'm really good at managing my own time. I'm really good at meeting deadlines, helping people figure out if they're on track to have the future that they want, to get where they want to go, and putting, building a structure, a plan for people that gives them a roadmap to get where they want to go and gives them information in a way that's easy for them to understand, easy for them to action on, that sort of thing. Question number 3. What does the world need? What does the world around me, my immediate neighborhood, world, city, whatever, need? And can be a difficult question because there's a lot of things this world needs right now. People need reassurance, have a sense of some control over the future. And I think that the world around me needs a plan, because I see so often people being overwhelmed by not knowing how to even get started to get where they need to go, so that they can feel like they have some control in a world where there's an awful lot out of their control. All right, the 4th question that you're going to ask, what will somebody pay you to do? Because obviously there's a lot of things that we might love to do, that we might be good at, that people might enjoy, but that the society isn't willing to pay for. That can be a very difficult question, and one that I think is really critical. Okay, so we've answered all 4 questions. What I love and what am I good at? That's my passion. I already know what that is. What does the world need? But what are they willing to pay for? In my profession, people are willing to pay for advice. They're willing to pay for somebody to build a plan for them, to let them know how do things look like, what things look like now, and how they will look in the future. And if the future isn't what they want, what do they need to do between now and then to get where they need to be? I already know that people are willing to pay for that because they already do. So when you take all 4 of those answers, what do you love? What are you good at? What does your world need? What is your world, your society willing to pay for? The intersection of those 4 things is your Ikigai, your purpose in life, your future role, your sweet spot. That exercise was really interesting for me. I literally made 4 circles on a piece of paper, and I wrote in each one the answers to each of those questions. And then when I looked at them, it was easy for me to see what the intersection was. The most difficult question, I think, is what is your world, your society willing to pay for? But if you look at what's already out there, if you look at what people are already paying for, you'll be able to tell. So the last few months, actually since March of last year, really, I have been thinking about this. And this year, a lot, I have been thinking about this, because I know that the corporate job that I have is not what I want to be doing. I love the people on my team, but when you work for a big corporation, you're just an expense on a spreadsheet, right? On a balance sheet. And so I have been wanting to make a change for a while. And so I have decided that what I want to do is freelance or consult. And I know that my particular set of skills, to quote Liam Neeson, will allow me to take my experience, almost 15 years of experience in this field, and provide the service that I provide now in a freelancer consulting way, without having to deal with any of the corporate BS. And I get to do the work that I love, because I absolutely love what I do, with only the people that I really enjoy working with. And I can make a living doing it because there is a definite need for it. So I'm very excited about it. Very excited. And a little terrified at the same time because I don't like change and I don't like the unknown, which, you may say that doesn't make sense, Adelina, because you sold your house to build a tiny house on wheels. You started building it before you even had a parking space that you could park it in and live in it. And then you moved it across 2 provinces, the Rocky Mountains and an ocean to get to Vancouver Island, and all of that sort of stuff. But those were all risks, yes, but thought out, calculated risks. And so is this. And that's what I keep reminding myself of, that I've thought this through. I've got a plan. I'll have more control over my time, which is great. My schedule, my time. I will work as much or as little as I want. And I will still get to do what I love to do. So I'm feeling very fortunate because I was able to do that exercise, find my Ikigai, and have it be something that is definitely doable and that I'm going to love doing. I hope that that helps anybody out there who is in the process of wanting to make a change in their career or their lives, right? Maybe your Ikigai is something you're going to volunteer at, right? And you won't need to be paid for it. Maybe your Ikigai isn't something you need to make a full-time living at. So many of us, when we get to the point where we want to retire, we don't necessarily want to stop doing everything. Maybe, you just want to do it part-time. Maybe you just want to do it as a side hustle. Let me know if you've ever heard of Ikigai, if this type of exercise is something you've already done, and how it turned out. I would love to know what your Ikigai is. That would be awesome. Share it in the comments below. Absolutely. Do me a favor and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Less than half of my viewers are subscribers, and I don't understand why, because this is a great community. It's a supportive and encouraging community, and it would be awesome if you would join it. Share the video with somebody you think might like it. If you know somebody who's going through a transition period, maybe this could be really helpful. And I will look forward to seeing your comments below. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, including to yourself. I love you, and I'll see you next time.